Welcome to the Yarn Cosplay Guild YouTube channel. The Guild is an online community for fiber artists and cosplayers to connect, encourage, and support each other. This past February, we celebrated Black History Month by highlighting Black fiber artists and cosplayers in the community through hashtag 28 Days of Black Yarn Cosplay. Hi, I'm Joe, aka Scarlet Stitch Studios. I launched the Yarn Cosplay Guild Discord a while back, and at the end of last year, I added a bunch of other social media for us to continue connecting and sharing each other's work. For years, the cosplay community has celebrated 28 days of Black cosplay during Black History Month or February to support Black cosplayers in the community. Brianna Lawrence interviewed the 28 Days of Black Cosplay founder Chaka Cumberbatch for Crunchyroll. I linked that article down below, so make sure to go give that a read after this video. Cumberbatch says in the interview, "This is about celebrating the multitudes of greatness that exists within the Black cosplay scene and creating space for them to celebrate, uplift, and encourage each other. This hashtag has introduced me to so many new cosplayers over the years that I maybe otherwise wouldn't have heard about." Cumberbatch's tradition of 28 Days of Black Cosplay was the jumping off point for the Yarn Cosplay Guild to launch 28 Days of Black Yarn Cosplay. This year was my first year online where I felt like I had a platform that could be leveraged to uplift other cosplayers more than just reposting and sharing content. I bring this up to sort of explain why I hosted this event and shared videos to my own TikTok and Instagram. One of my dreams for the Yarn Cosplay Guild is for it to grow and be more recognized in a way that me participating and adding my reach would be irrelevant to it and it can be its own thing. As it currently stands though, my social media far outweighs the guild's in terms of reach and audience. So if you're wondering why a white person who's only 1/4 POC and not Black is hosting the event, that's why. People are well within their right to critique that, and I definitely welcome the feedback. This was year one. I know there's room for improvement, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts moving forward and thinking about next year's event and further on down the road. I'm even more excited to share the list of cosplayers that we shared for 2025 in this compilation. This is by no means an exhaustive list. If you have other Black fiber artists and cosplayers that people should check out, please share them below. One last thing before we jump into it, I want to tell you guys exactly how you can support these cosplayers. The form these cosplayers filled out had a specific section asking what are the best ways that people can support them. So you'll know exactly how to do that because I'm going to share what the responses are. Of course, follow these cosplayers on their respective platforms and engage with their content. And if you'd like to, you can also support the guild posts on social media. On Instagram, all of those posts are collaboration posts with the cosplayers being highlighted. So that is engagement going directly to them as well, and boosting the Yarn Cosplay Guild will help people discover the page, and then they'll get to see all the cosplayers that are posted for 28 Days of Black Yarn Cosplay. We highlighted all of these cosplayers on our social media platforms. You can check out the respective collection of the posts on each of these platforms and go engage with those posts if you have not already. There's also a Canva presentation that includes each of these cosplayers. You can see their photos and also get links to all of their personal social media from there. Kicking off 28 Days of Black Yarn Cosplay is Wrong Zendaya. This crochet Gengar cosplay is her magnum opus to date and took them 5 months to complete. Day 2, we have Shoshana, who's been crocheting for 4 years. Crochet helps them with social anxiety as well as raising college funds. The best way to support them is through Etsy. For day 3, we have Dee. Dee's fiber art journey began over 10 years ago. Her preferred aesthetic is super cutesy. The best way to support her is through her shop. If you would like to see her at cons, you can request her. Day 4 is Ellie, a crocheter of 20 years. Her first crochet cosplay project is their Soul Marin from Black Clover. The best way to support them is reading her blog and engaging on their socials. You can also request her at cons. Toby is our highlighted artist for day 5. Toby Crochets is a crochet cosplayer and prolific pattern writer. The best way to support her is commissioning her, buying her crochet patterns, and watching her YouTube tutorials. You can also request her as a convention guest to host workshops. Day 6, we're celebrating Sky, a New York-based cosplayer who began crocheting in 2013. The best way to support is subscribing to their YouTube and buying patterns from his Etsy. For day 7, we have Angela, aka Crochet Monster. This Crochet Prowler Miles cosplay from the Spider-Verse is her next big project, so stay tuned. The best way to support Angela is through her shop. She has an Etsy. You can also support her at cons. Mist is our day 8 featured cosplayer. They began working crochet into their cosplays in 2023 thanks to encouragement from a friend. The best way to support her is by supporting her on social media and checking out their wishlist. Day 9 is Dee. Dee began crocheting 5 years ago when they were unable to continue sewing due to deteriorating health. They're an amazing advocate for disabled cosplayers and embrace their mobility aids in his cosplay. The best way to support Dee is donating and boosting his fundraiser for a trailer to transport their power chair and give them more independence and the ability to attend more cons. Day 10, we highlighted Blue Clarice. Blue is more of a sewist than a crocheter, but recently created this punk Miku cosplay featuring crochet detailing in the top, a crochet guitar chain, as well as a crocheted wig. The best way to support them is to request them at cons and bring them on as a cosplay contest judge. On day 11, we shared Kayla, who has been crocheting for 7 years. In 2020, they started crocheting Halloween costumes that doubled as cosplays. The best way to support her is following her on Instagram and TikTok. For day 12, we have the incredible Aisha. She's a New York-based crochet cosplayer who's been crocheting since 2008 and crocheting cosplay since 2018. The best way to support them is through their Ko-fi. Day 13, we have Laya, aka Naughty Tings. Crochet plays a huge role in her life, and she can't imagine herself without a hook and some yarn. Her cosplay journey is just beginning. The best way to support her is through her shop, naughtytings.com, and follow her online. On day 13, we promoted Yei. She's been crocheting for over 15 years and began crocheting her cosplays 4 years ago. The best way to support her is commissioning her for amigurumi on Ko-fi. Day 15 is the brilliant PJ. She's been cosplaying for 4 years and crocheting on and off since she was 8 years old. It was a natural progression into crocheting her cosplays since she'd already been using it as self-expression. The best way to support her is following and engaging on her socials. Uni is our day 16 cosplayer. She's been crocheting for 20 years and cosplaying for 6. She began crocheting her own cosplays after realizing it was difficult to buy cosplays in her size. The best way to support her is through her business, Melanin Sakura. For day 17, we have Pau, a Puerto Rican-based cosplayer. She's been crocheting for around 14 years. Her crochet cosplay journey started when she began her business making anime-inspired tops and gradually progressed into full cosplays. The best way to support her is through her business. We have Theo for day 18. They are a fiber artist based in Chicago. They've been crocheting for over 12 years and started crocheting cosplays in 2023 with their Rogue the Bat cosplay. The best way to support them is through their Etsy. Day 19 is the Skilled Steph, aka Steph the Stitch Bish. She's a London-based cosplayer and pattern writer who's been crocheting for 4 years and stitching costumes for 2 years. The best way to support her is buying her patterns. On day 20, we featured Crochet Couture UK. She loves crocheting work that leans towards more enchanting and mythical aesthetics. After watching One Piece, she was inspired to crochet cosplays from the anime. The best way to support her is through her shop. She takes commissions. Day 21 is DK Younglee, a crochet cosplayer who's been crocheting for 4 years and crocheting cosplays for 2. Crochet brings them both joy and relaxation. The best way to support them is commissioning them. Day 22, we highlight Amal. She's been cosplaying on and off for 11 years. She started crocheting 4 years ago. She hasn't made many crochet cosplays, but hopes to change that soon. The best way to support her is keeping up with her on her socials. Day 23 is Patty, a crochet cosplayer and fashion designer based in Philly. Her crochet fashion journey began in 2019 when she made her own birthday outfit, and her cosplay journey began with her Lilu cosplay. The best way to support her is supporting her brand, Twisted Stitches. For day 24, we have Bugs Royal. They started their yarn cosplay journey when they were 14 with these amazing yarn wigs and began crocheting clothing for their cosplays soon after. The best way to support them is following their socials. Day 25, we spotlight Joy. Joy has been crocheting for about 3 years. They create amigurumi dolls of anime characters and make them black. This project started so they could see themselves reflected in characters they love, and now their work helps others feel seen too. The best way to support them is following them on Instagram. Day 26 is the wonderful Neon, a 24-year-old fiber artist who's been crocheting for a little over 2 years. They started cosplaying in 2021 and look forward to creating more cosplays and having fun with crochet. The best way to support them is commissioning them and shopping their Depop. For day 27, we have Not Grima. She's a Colorado based cosplayer and seamstress of 14-ish years who picked up crochet again for the first time in 20 years. She incorporated crochet into her Strawberry Miku cosplay with the daisies and strawberries. The best way to support her is requesting her as a guest/judge at cons. The final cosplayer we're highlighting for 28 days of Black Yarn cosplay is Christina. She's been crocheting on and off for 30 years and cosplaying since 2016. Her first time adding crochet to cosplay was with her Sailor Belle costume. The best way to support her is following her socials. Thank you so much to all the cosplayers who sent in their amazing work. Thank you to everybody who commented on and shared these posts. It's the Guild's hope that this event introduced some new talented cosplayers to y'all. Share a cosplay that really stood out to you down below and make sure to go support these cosplayers.